Alright, so I've done tutorials for the first 5 characters, and we skipped Cinder because people were asking for Spinal, so we're going back to Cinder's video now. In order to pick Cinder's stage, you're going to want to press up and Fierce Kick. I mentioned in a previous video that up and kick is how you go to the 3 character rooftop stages. So now Cinder is probably the character I played the least in the arcade because honestly his infinite was found really early, and that kind of deterred me for a couple of reasons. The first was that it meant that I wasn't really searching for a way to get one more hit, which was part of the drive in playing KI, was like trying to get the top score, find another way to squeeze in another hit. With Cinder, it was already like figured out even before the final version of the game, and they never patched that in version 1.5, so that was part of it. The other was that he was seen as a broken character, and I didn't like playing as the characters that people would say like, oh, you only won because you're playing as so-and-so. If I have a favorite character and that's just what it happens to be, okay, but a lot of times it deters me a bit because I'm like, okay, whatever. you know. So I didn't play as Cinder that much, to be honest, but we're going to try and cover his moves. Now, the very first thing that I'll mention about Cinder is he has something that other characters don't have, and that is the ability to do a bit of air control. And I don't just mean like a special move, but like literally when you jump straight up, with everybody else you're locked in. With Cinder, you can move forward or backwards after you've jumped already. And this is the same with if you're jumping forwards or backwards, you can kind of shorten your jump. So just to demo a second, I'm going to stand here, I'm going to jump back, and I'm going to jump forward. I'm going to jump back again. This time when I jump forward, I'm going to hold back. That way I make the jump shorter. So you could use this for a number of things. To make your jump, I guess, a little longer. I don't guess you can actually. You shouldn't be able to make the jump longer. But what you can do is to shorten your jump. So like if you were jumping over and maybe doing a cross up or something, I don't honestly remember what moves would cross up, but you could, right? I think you're gonna jump over and then not. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that before we get into the actual special moves. I guess the first one I'll mention is honestly, in my opinion, one of the worst moves just in the cast in general, and that's forward kick. I know some people that probably have different opinions on what's the best or worst moves, but there's a couple of things about this move. The first is that the recovery on it is absolutely ridiculous, I think. Even if the guy gets hit, watch, hold on, let me hold back with both characters. You see how the guy getting hit was moving before, so it's negative on block or on hit. So you're pretty much just setting yourself up for, like, even if you hit the guy, they can start a combo on you. So I don't like that. And the other thing is that even though it's got that weakness to it, it does no chip damage. So most of the time, and you see like just how long that recovery is, it's insane. But yeah, it doesn't even do chip damage. So that's a move I pretty much stay clear of. I used it back when the game was brand new and I didn't really pay attention to that stuff, to be honest. But yeah, it's I don't particularly like that move. Okay, next up is his flip kick. So it's a dragon punch motion with kick, and like most of these moves, right, the strength changes some aspect of it. Here it's like quick kick is a real short one and it does a single hit. The medium kick goes a little higher, 2 hits, and fierce kick is the highest and does 2 hits. Now the quick kick version I always found to be really difficult to try and punish, especially online when you had just the slightest delay. It's like the recovery on this move was ridiculous, and then the recovery on this move was ridiculous for the opposite reason. But anyway, yeah, there's that move, which is honestly an important move. I'll show it later, but it's also his combo breaker and his wake up and all that stuff. Next, let's show the torpedo. Now this one's a bit involved. So It's 4 forward punch, or you can hold back and press forward punch. I'll just show you real quick with the quick punch. So 4 forward punch, or charge back, press forward punch. And it's not going to matter which one you do, except for fierce punch. It does make a difference. But let me just start with quick punch. So quick punch, I find to be kind of a pointless move, to be honest. At least initially, because it doesn't have an auto. Like, it's not an opener. If I ran through all of the buttons, I could show them all, but there's no button that I can press that's going to go into a combo, so it's not an opener. It doesn't knock them down, you know. Anyway, I don't really use it. And I'll show in a minute, you can do these moves in the air as well, and that changes once it's an air move, but I'll stay with the grounded versions for now. Now you've got medium punch version. This is the one I used all the time, and still, whenever I do play a Cinder, this is the one I always use. It does 2 hits, and it's an opener. So you've got quick punch, and you've got medium kick. Then you've got, and again, this doesn't matter. I can charge back, press forward, or I can do 4 forward. It's exactly the same. Now, when it comes to fierce punch, it does matter, because if you do 4 forward, it does a hard knockdown. But if you do charge back, press forward, you see it keeps them standing. That's because this is an opener, and you can use quick kick, or you can use fierce punch. All right. And I'll show at the end, if I remember, some weird stuff with the 4 forward fierce punch. Especially like if you miss it, there's some weird stuff with it. But let's show these moves in the air. Now you got 4 forward quick punch, and you can see right here, I didn't think you could do it, and you definitely can't. So when it's in the air, it does have to be 4 forward, not hold back, press forward. So you got 4 forward quick punch, and all 3 of these are going to be openers, and they all use the same autos. And those autos are quick punch, quick kick. Yeah, quick kick and medium punch. So there was a quick kick, and there's medium punch. Now, I used to use the quick punch a lot because I liked how it would like drop down like that. The medium punch also drops down, goes a little further, and then fierce punch stays like there's no drop at all. You just go straight across. So if you're going to do the fierce punch one, well, it's good for movement for one. You could get out of the corner or whatever you want to do, or hit somebody who's in the air, or whatever. Or you could do it really late. Like you could be jumping back, do it from back here, right, and still count as an opener and go into an auto from there. Now with the fierce punch version, you can press back and fierce punch after it. You see how I hit twice, boom, boom, and you can still do your same autos that you had before. So regardless of whether I do 1 hit or 2, I can go into that. Now, the other thing about it though is that you can still do the second one even if you didn't hit them. So I can actually fly over and then press back and fierce punch, and just do this nonsense right here. This honestly was like the thing I hated the most in KI, was just this move right here. Other than like getting stuck in an infinite where it's like, okay, can we play now? That and this move here, which honestly ends up being just this really bizarre cross up that it could look identical and you block it one way and it works, and then you try that again and then it doesn't. So it was just like kind of 50-50 whether you get hit or not. You never knew. And so what would happen is sometimes playing on the Xbox One, whenever they enabled the online, I'd run into people who would play as Cinder, and it was just this, right? See if I can hit you, and then if it gets blocked, they were pretty much safe, and then this. And that was pretty much the totality of what I was having to deal with, which was never really very fun. So yeah, those were kind of the things that kept me from even playing Cinder that much. I like to do random select a lot, and when I get Cinder, that's cool, I play as him, but I always just hated that whole aspect. Anyway. What else? If I forget stuff, I'll add it at the end. I guess, oh yeah, he has one other move, back quick punch. Kind of a weird move. I never really used it that much. It might be cooler than what I think it is, but it is an opener, but you just have fierce punch with it. I've never been able to make anything else work. So you've got that. It's also a linker, but speaking of linkers, I need to run back. Hold on. Let me back up. The 4-forward quick punch during a combo is a linker. And this linker is weird because it has 4 different autos. I'm trying to think of any other move that has 4 autos, but yeah, you can use any punch or medium kick after it. So I'll just start a combo and then, so there was quick punch. And you'll notice the opponent's gonna fall down. So if certain combos you do, that's medium punch, it's gonna cause them to fall down. There's fierce punch. I'll show you medium kick works as well. Okay. Now if I do something like, well, I did it too slow. If I come in with like this torpedo to start with, then the combo doesn't drop. But yeah, it's so bizarre. You get four different autos off of that. Okay, so now let me go back to what I was talking about. I was talking about this move, back quick punch. So while you're in a combo, if instead you hold forward press back quick punch, boom boom, you do this little 2-hit, and then off of that, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, you got medium punch. I think quick kick. Yeah, quick kick and fierce punch, I think. Because that's kind of like what I would consider his real linker. Which those are the ones that like you have like 3 different options and they're different strengths. So yeah, quick kick, medium punch, and fierce punch. Okay. Next, let me show his combo breaker. If I can pull it off. So it's just going to be his flip kick. Oh. Why? There we go. Okay. So combo breakers, as I always mention, you do the strength to the left of whatever the opponent's doing. So I was doing a quick punch auto, so I go to the left. There's no buttons there, so I loop around and I did a fierce kick combo breaker. Once you've done a combo breaker, you've got this like little flashing line there, and what that does is it enhances his juggle, which I should show his juggle. So the juggle is once you've done 2 hits, or I can do a combo, launch him in the air. It's gonna be 4-forward fierce punch, and you'll see how I hit him. Now if I've got a combo breaker and I do that and I don't miss, it'll hit him 3 times, which didn't do it right, of course. All right, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. And I just remembered a couple other moves that I didn't mention that I should have mentioned in the beginning. I'll cover it in just a second. You also have his wake up attack, which is also the flip kick. So this is on the ground. That's his wake up. Okay, the other move that I remembered just now is half circle back and punch. Now, if you do fierce punch, you'll turn invisible, other than the flames there. Which honestly is really handy, especially when you're doing combos and right, the opponent can't even see what combos you're doing. So that's really powerful. Then he also has half circle back medium punch, which now makes him immune to projectiles. That's really powerful as well. And I didn't know this for the longest time. I'm talking about I already had the arcade board. Like this is like, yeah, we're already into the 2000s. I never knew. And I'm trying to remember if I saw it in the command list or if I just did it. I don't really remember, but either way, he has a teleport. If you have a combo breaker with that line flashing and it's half circle back quick punch, he teleports and turns invisible at the same time. And you can go straight into a combo out of it. Very cool. So, yeah. He's got some crazy stuff. And of course, you can do the moves again to turn back if you want. Then let me think. What else? I guess I go into. Well, I was gonna say his air double. His air double's weird. I don't know. I was thinking it was this, like, right, doing air to air like I always do, and then forward back punch, but it's just missing. And I don't know if it just misses Cinder or what, but because I did like a test run of this tutorial, and I was like, wait, I thought this hit, but it might. I don't know. It might just be because it's against Cinder, but either way, that theoretically should be his air double. So let me show the enders. So while you have a combo going, you got full forward medium punch, or you can do charge back, press forward. So it doesn't matter. Okay. And then his other three enders are just his flip kick with all three strengths. So we got quick kick. We got medium kick. And then we got fierce kick. Then I guess I'll show like his infinite and that kind of stuff. All the extra whatnots here in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and show the finish moves, and then we can cover that stuff. So first up is gonna be the humiliation, which you have to be on your first health bar. It doesn't matter how much health you have, but it's just back fierce kick. Then I'll show the no mercies. So first one is back medium punch, and you can be right up next to him, or you can be, a little ways away, and it still works. And then you've got a quarter circle forward quick kick. This is pretty much the range you want to be. Then I'll show the ultimate and the ultra. So the ultimate's gonna look the same as that last finish move you just saw, but you do it in a combo. So while they're on the second health bar, flashing red. Right now we have 1 pixel of health on our, right. But yeah, just while it's flashing red, do a combo, and it's a quarter circle back medium kick. You go straight into it. And then his ultra is, you can do it either by pressing forward fierce punch, or charge back, press forward fierce punch, just like all the torpedo things. So that's how his ultra is done. All right, now let me try to show you a few other little things. So that's all the moves. Yeah, there they are. So the infamous infinite, which I always prefer, honestly, doing Dragon Punch on player 2 side. I just find it easier. Yeah, the infamous infinite. Basically, all you're gonna do is do your medium punch ender, and you do 4 forward quick punch. Now, if you remember, 4 forward quick punch was a linker, and if you've seen some of these other videos, you know that if you do a linker while somebody's in the air and you're close enough horizontally, the game will allow you to do another ender. Like you've seen that with Chief Thunder, with Glacius, right? And TJ combo, you can do that. So with Cinder, it just so happens that, right, you knock him in the air, you do 4 forward quick punch, that closes the distance, and then you can do the medium kick ender, and then you don't get pushed back far enough, so you can just honestly just keep doing it over and over again. Now, you can mess it up because the game's constantly trying to push you away from the corner, and if you don't keep pushing it, yeah, it'll push you back and you'll drop it. But anyway, this will go on and on. Right there, I think I dropped it. Yeah. So I got pushed back too far. You can also do some fun stuff where you do a combo that's going to drop. Like if I did this one right here. You see how he just falls over? So before he falls over, I'll be holding medium kick and I'll let go of it, and it'll be a slow version. And now every time that I do this, it'll be slow. So that one's fun, a little more dramatic. And then if I had the combo breaker as well, this would be in a shadow form. So, well, I'm not in, I don't know why I didn't put it on PvP. If it's, you could do it in shadow form, and you could be invisible. It's fun. It's a lot of dumb stuff you can do. I'll try not to ramble on too much about it, but let's see if we can get a combo breaker real quick. Okay. So if I was to, let me hold that, it'll be easier. Right, you got the shadow version going now. I'll let go, right? So if I let go, I get the shadow version, and if I press it, I get the normal one. Then I could be invisible while I do it. Oh, I need to hold the button. I don't know what I'm doing. Right, so that's fun. So yeah, one of the other things is I'll try it here. If I can't get it to work right, I'll cut in a video whenever I get it right. But his 4-forward Fierce Punch, there's some weird stuff that happens with this. So I'm just gonna try to show you. If I hit him and then miss, you see, right? I hit him twice and now he's dizzy. So okay, there's a lot of weird stuff that'll happen. All right, so I was trying to show this thing with the Fierce Punch torpedo, and I actually just noticed, I didn't know this either. This is a thing with TJ Combo. It's that the enhanced juggle doesn't take away from the flashing white line. So most characters, it gives them a, like, instead of one projectile juggle, it'll give them 3. And you can do that 3 times, and then that line goes away. But with TJ, you can keep on doing that. It seems to be the same with Cinder. I actually didn't know that. So yeah, it's like that line's never going away. So the only way to make it go away would be to, I guess, use his teleport 3 times. So now it's gone. So I'm gonna try to, now that I don't have the triple hit messing me up, I'm gonna try to show you some weird stuff with this 4-forward Fierce Punch. If you miss it, you see this? I just kicked him and he went dizzy. So there's several different things that'll happen. That could have been one of them. You can actually hit him in between rounds, but yeah, one is he'll do a double hit. Boom, boom. You saw that? 2 hits. One is that he'll be dizzy, like you just saw. Another is that when I do this, he'll come up off the ground instead of being grounded. Yeah, the dizzy, that's the real weird one to me. He would have been dizzy right there. You see how he fell down? That, yeah. Double hit into dizzy, and then I'll see if I do the one where he gets hit in between rounds. Little too early. You have to be kind of late with it. You see that? Like, you can do that in between fights. It's weird, man. I don't know what it's about, but yes, Cinder, he is cool to play as. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say I don't like Cinder. It was just like, yeah, that was just my deterrent from playing as him. It's like, we already know how to get infinite hits with him, okay, and then, right, people are like, yo, he's broken, he's busted. Oh, you're just picking him because of this. So I was like, whatever. I just played as everybody else. So, but anyway, he's definitely fun to play as. But yeah, next up we're gonna do a video for Saberwolf, Riptor, and then Fulgor. And yeah, until then, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something, and we'll see you on the next one.